Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is March the 14th, 2017, and it is still March the 14th, 2017 on the East Coast. I am in Lisbon, Portugal. As you all know, it's almost 4 a.m. here. This is the second show of the day. This has been a huge day. This one's for the brothers on the West Coast. Los Angeles and San Francisco to Seattle to Vancouver. You guys are wide awake. I shouldn't be, but hey, it's been a huge day. Thanks for the dash, people. Someone sent me some dash. That was very nice. Thanks for the Coinbase affiliate link. Someone clicked on that and bought some Coinbase. You got $10 free Bitcoin at Coinbase. Use that link, people. It's listed below prominently. I will chat with everyone after this. Hey, tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jayant Bandari will return to the show. Hey, someone asked me, why don't you bring Carlo from ETC dev team on the show? February 9th, I did. That's linked to below. I believe I linked to that below. I will link to that below. So, go over my archives, people. Very important. Remember, gold and hold. That's what Bitcoin is about this year. And today was a day where we were reminded of why true Bitcoin is gold right now. We don't have to worry about these little microtransactions. So, and it's all about holding. Okay. So nearly 70% of nodes running Bitcoin Unlimited went offline today, as word emerged of a bug in the software's code. Now, I've known about this for a few hours. I've been taking a nap, actually, and I wanted to just make sure everything was cool. CoinDesk wrote about this. I am going to link to many things below. You can, if you're watching live right now, click on those links. You will see all the madness that is going on with this bug in Bitcoin Unlimited. I mean, imagine if this was running on Bitcoin right now. If this was the real Bitcoin now, Bitcoin would be ruined. Tone VAYS was right. He was right about developer incompetency for the Roger Ver bailout team at Bitcoin Unlimited. And for grown-ups to be arguing that this should be implemented when what happened today now, there should be no doubt in anyone's head that this is a joke now. All minor league team of developers. You want 10 all-star teams of developers. And today showed that this is a minor league, bush league team behind this. And we'll get to that in a second. But this is serious, people. Update your talking points about this if this is even still an argument. This is the exact incompetency that Tone VAYS has been talking about. And he got the DAO right, and he got this right. And thank God we got this right before this was the real Bitcoin, and we lost all our money due to Roger Ver being greedy in the present and not thinking about the future. This would have been the future. This is not a good future. Think, people. So anyway, the link to the first show of the day is below, by the way. The link to Monday's show is also below. Thank you so much for the retweet, Vinny Lingham. He retweeted my Monday show. He liked it a lot. People are liking a lot. This has been my biggest Twitter day ever. I mean, it's just been madness. And I made 2 videos today to add to that. The Hawaii video is linked to below. I need some more hits on that thing, so hit that thing up. Hey, again, here's a Reddit. That's a guy says, I was undecided. Now I'm not in regard to the Bitcoin Core versus Bitcoin Unlimited. That's linked to below. So I'm going to move on to a couple different. We're going to be jumping around here. Sorry about this. But anyway, with Twitter, remember, at TechBulk. I'll get to that in a second. So we're going to move on to a couple of things that I wanted to. I'm not picking on Ethereum. I wanted to say that before I share the following statement. All right. I'm just pointing out the dangerous mentality that is out there with this altcoin bubble. And this is what the guy said in my comment section. With a huge spike and talk about the price of Ethereum, but the huge spike, it got me excited and made me open my wallet. I was buying with my emotions and not thinking in terms of long-term price of Ethereum. Okay, not picking on Ethereum, but there were some key words in there. Emotions, not thinking long-term. That's what altcoin bubbles are about. That's what Bitcoin Unlimited madness is about, which was shown today. And that quote I just shared, I came up with found yesterday before this Bitcoin Unlimited thing broke today. And again, it's late everywhere. I guess the real news is going to hit tomorrow morning if people are smart. Again, here is a link. So with this Bitcoin Unlimited thing, this is earlier in the day I was talking about how Bitcoin Core people had to be aggressive with spreading the word. Well, here every Bitcoin, if you support the true Bitcoin Core, and not the Roger Ver bailout, Bitcoin Unlimited, you've got to share this news right now about Bitcoin, about the nodes crashing, all right, or whatever. What happened today? The crash, the code, the horrible code. The links are below. And I wanted to also clarify from yesterday, I am not telling people here to buy. People are like, should I buy Ethereum then, Adam? From which I'm not saying to buy Ethereum. I'm saying buy Bitcoin. It's the only thing I ever say to buy. Sometimes I talk about, well, this is a good speculative thing to look into, a good speculation. I said that with Monero when it was $2. All right. When I say that, and I've said this before, what's a good speculation in my definition of a good speculation, if you have a bunch of extra money laying around and you can gamble it, well, then maybe look into this type of thing. All right. Hardly any of you have extra money laying around. I mean, I know most of you are Americans. You're all credit card in debt and everything. It's terrible. And I feel horrible that you don't have extra money. But most of you have negative money and should not be playing around with these altcoins. So I do not tell people to buy them like buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a different realm. Although if it would have adopted Bitcoin Unlimited, it'd be ruined now, and all cryptocurrency would be in complete chaos. Pound that like button, people. Thumbs up for 2 videos in a day on this wild Twitter and Roger Ver bailout ending day. Hopefully this is the end of the Roger Ver bailout. And I somehow, yes, I said I was tweeting out this news, by the way, much earlier than I made this video. Okay? You have to follow me at TechBalt. I cannot make 3 videos a day. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, if you want some updated news, because I've been doing a good job covering this on Twitter. I cannot make 3 videos a day, especially late at night here or whatever. I don't even know what time it is anymore. So what will this news of today, what will it do to the altcoin bubble? Let's look at it from that perspective right now. Well, speculators use any news for their benefit. So it could go crazy. Yes, I mean, it could crash. It could crash. The altcoin bubble could crash because of this. And I know it makes little sense, but neither do bubbles. That's the entire point. They're based on speculation. So it can just all of a sudden fling another way. And when I'm talking about altcoin bubbles, people think I'm insulting Dash or something, or I'm insulting Ethereum. No, I mean, I'm talking about some of these quark coin type things down below that no one's ever heard of, that have all of a sudden quadrupled in value or done 10 times in value, that people are like, oh, I got to don't throw your money into those things. And no, and I am not comfortable saying buy a $90 Dash. I mean, I'm not saying it's a scam. You know, there's one side of the spectrum, people say it's a scam, it's a scam. And obviously I've made it clear I don't think it's a scam, but I'm not going to say buy $90 Dash for God's sakes. I mean, whoa. But that, again, this bubble goes from the top tier, and it really infects the lower tier. Altcoins, people, use your heads. So yeah, bubbles don't make sense. So this news can be used to pop any bubble, but that's the entire point. And actually, one can say, since logical people now see that Bitcoin should not have any uncertainty going forward, because how horrible Bitcoin Unlimited is, that, yeah, some of the lore of altcoin speculation should be gone after today. So maybe it does make some sense here that some of these altcoins, maybe the major ones, will lose some value And once this news spread that there should not be as much uncertainty in Bitcoin anymore. You're crazy. I mean, you really aren't a logical thinker if you cannot analyze this Bitcoin Unlimited situation now, what happened today, and not say like, dude, we have to avoid this thing like the plague. Okay? And there shouldn't be like, let's go with the core team. Let's either stick with the status quo or let's implement the segregated witness. Let's see what it's about. Get Litecoin on the ball. You guys got to get on the ball now. Implement the segregated witness. Inspire the people of Bitcoin. But the Bitcoin people should know better now. After, I wouldn't listen to a word any Bitcoin Unlimited person had to say anymore. I mean, Roger Ver, come on, where's your credibility? Be a man and step up and take some responsibility for what happened today. And say, I made a mistake. We gotta come together now, people. Say, come on, Roger, come on. Or is it a bailout for you and your freaking cronies? Make up your mind. So I was going to talk about a FUD article that came out in Bloomberg that that's causing panic to get hits, to cause this FUD in the Bitcoin community, and they don't fully understand it. But I mean, this article is old news now, and yet it's from yesterday. I read it today, whatever. Again, it's just confusion, and so now these things. I said what I was going to originally say about articles like this, like Bitcoin Unlimited FUD articles, that we should expect more of them. Well, we shouldn't now. I mean, it's like a desperation ploy. How can this be excused? What happened today? How can there be more articles about, Bitcoin community is split? How can it be split after this? That Bitcoin would have been ruined today had they been running this nonsense as the main Bitcoin. So let's talk about the Bitcoin infiltration thing about Amanda. I mentioned it. Amanda Johnson said Bitcoin has been infiltrated in a video. I linked to the video below. And people have been asking me about it. I talked about it pretty extensively in the video earlier today, and I said I was going to talk about it more today. But I mean, two wrongs don't make a right? I want to say that. People said, well, Amanda, says this Bitcoin infiltration, isn't that the same thing as Fluffy Pony having an entire show saying that Dash is a scam? Yeah, they're both on an unprofessional level. Yeah, they're pretty similar there. All right. But two wrongs don't make a right. Amanda shouldn't be going on a crazy show using language like that, infiltration, and Fluffy Pony shouldn't be using the word scam when he's the face of Monero and he's calling Dash. It really backfired on all that. And this could really backfire on Amanda and Dash. Who knows? I don't know. But addressing the Amanda thing, it isn't the best. I mean, they're trying to be aggressive, trying to compete with Bitcoin, but using that on such a show as that it's just it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. I can't complain for people contacting me and saying, Adam, what do you think about this? What do you think about Amanda? We have over 100 viewers now. This is going wild. This show is going wild. This movement is going wild, and I am proud to be here. I'm proud to be part of this. At the tip of the spear, I feel I'm giving you real information here and real emotion here. No games or gimmicks or whatever. Real guests. We're going to have Giant on. We can have Tone VAYS on at any time. And people have said, oh, Adam, you're so high on Tone VAYS. Well, guess what? He's a smart guy, and he was right. And he's logical, and he's not bought. And he's a friend of mine. Okay, I've actually met the guy in person before. That's hardly anyone can say that in the internet world anymore, can they? Anyway, going back to also, I want to say Vinny Lingham has an article out there talking about the altcoin bubble. I will link to it below. There's another smart guy out there. When Amanda brought up, of all people, Andreas Antonopoulos in the video. In the infiltration video, and kind of try to twist his. She's like, he's talking about Bitcoin, but it can be applied to Dash. I mean, I don't. Again, it's almost like admitting like Bitcoin is the man here, but we'll just apply it to Dash. Very interesting that she talks about that Andreas video. By the way, I linked to Tone VAYS' latest video before. It was pretty good. It obviously came out yesterday or something like that. But he talks about this Bitcoin Unlimited, and you can see that. Again, he was on the right track then. But again, Amanda said Bitcoin was unlimited on the garbage channel that that also has the titles from 4 years ago, World War III to be officially declared, and Obama targeting preppers for concentration camps. I would try to avoid being on channels like that, first of all, if I knew about those things in advance. Maybe she didn't know about that. And guys, I brought those titles up earlier in the day too. Don't live in that world of fear. Don't live in that garbage world of World War III to be officially declared. Imagine if you believed that 4 years ago, where you'd be today. Would you have as much Bitcoin as me? Would you? Think about it. Or would you be hiding in the basement? You listen to me. You listen to this. I mean, you listen to a lot of people, but take my word. Seriously, people. Don't get stuck in this garbage mentality of wild conspiracy theories. Concentration camps? This guy's talking about? Come on. Get out of that mentality, people. Be in Bitcoin. Be freedom. This is where we are. Tip of the spear here. Real stuff. Real stuff today I'm talking about. Woo, I'm pumped up. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. I'm going to be chatting with you guys in a second. This is the type of energy you get at 4 in the morning from freaking Adam Meister. Baltimore forever, people. I'll talk to you later.